All right, guys, welcome to episode 3 of the UE5 Made Easy Intermediate series. In this episode, we are going to create a blueprint interface for our players so we don't have to cast every single time that we need a reference to our player. So it's going to be really easy to do, and it's going to be fun, guys. See you in a minute. All right, guys, so finally we are going to learn about blueprint interfaces, and we're going to stop casting to our player every single time we need a reference to them. And we're going to fix where we have all our casts set up already in this episode. All right, blueprint interfaces are actually something that's pretty simple that can be a little bit confusing, but I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to fix a lot of these references today. All right, so first thing that we're going to do is go to your content folder here and go to blueprints right here where we have our game instance and our save load system, and just right click, go to blueprint and go to blueprint interface, and we're just going to name this BPI underscore player, and any of the interface events that we need for the player we're going to put in there. So just double click on it, open it up, and you're going to see over here to the side you're going to see this new function here, and we're just going to name this player reference. All right, and this is going to take an output, and that output is just going to simply be our player. So we just put BP third person character object reference there, and we'll just name this player. Okay, and from that just compile, save, and we can close this for now, and go over here to content, to your third person blueprints, third person character, and go over here to our class settings here, and over here, once you click on class settings here at the top where it says interfaces, implemented interfaces, you see where we have our damage trace from our beginner series. Once again, I say it in every episode, but if you haven't done the beginner series and you are a beginner, please go back, start at episode 1 there, and do the beginner series. And if you want to start from where we are, these project files are on our Patreon, which is linked in the description and in the comments. But anyway, so for everyone else, if you go to implement interfaces and add, we just want to add this BPI player. Okay, and once you add that and you compile and save, if you go to the left side over here, you'll see interfaces. Just click down and you'll see our player ref there that we created. Just double click on that, and you'll see this player ref with this return node. All right, so from here, all we need to do is just right click and just search for self, and then we want to get a reference to self here, and just plug it in there, compile, save, and we're done. All right, so what did we just do? All right, so let's do this with our first and foremost, our quest. And when you, let's go over here to content quest, BP quest 1, and if you look here, you'll see that we are casting right here, and it's a big debate. I mean, there's times where casting is fine, but in situations where your player, I mean, you do not need this to be, constantly casted to your player all the time. For now, you see where we, saved our quest status. For now, we're just going to go ahead and disconnect that and just pull straight from the overlap there to the do once, and that should do it. And let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of this. So just your third person character and your variable, just delete it. We don't want it. Go over here to as your BP third person character and delete it. We don't want it. All right, we don't need to cast anymore because we have an interface for this. All right, now there's a couple ways to do it, and I'm going to show you the right way first. Okay, you don't always have to do this, but in some situations you might need to. But the right way to do this is go ahead and pull from your other actor over here, and pull over here and search for does object, because that's what we have is an actor object reference, implement interface. All right, and from that interface we just pull off here and we search for our BPI player, and if they do not have this interface, then they cannot overlap that trigger box and start that quest. Okay, and this is the point of this. All right, so from there, just pull off here, and we're going to make a branch. And if the object does not, that overlaps our trigger box that starts our class, that starts our quest, if it does not implement this interface BPI player, which as we know, we've only added this interface to our player, so nothing else can overlap it. If that is true, if that's false, we're not going to do anything. We don't want it to do anything. But if it's true, then what we want to do is just, we want to call from here, just pull off, and we want to call that function player ref and make sure it's the one that says message on it, because if you read what it says, this does nothing if the target does not implement the required interface. All right. Now, technically, you don't have to do this, but I have had issues where if you didn't do this, it didn't work correctly. So we're going to do it. All right. And from this implement interface, so we don't have a bunch of spaghetti wires here, we need this object to plug into target. So just double click right here so we can have this, other little pin here, and just pull it in. All right. So no cast, before we had to, cast to BP third person character every time. And then we had to get the, player character. And then at that point, we had to do this every single time. Well, we don't have to do that. All we have to do now is just call this interface, and it's going to call whoever has. So if you had like a game that had like multiple players, you could take this and you could set this interface on multiple players and just plug self in like we did over here in every single one of them. And it would know, it would communicate to this trigger box here, this overlap box of our quest, who it was that was requesting it. All right. So if we compile this now and we save it, and if you needed to, create, say like, well, I need a reference. Well, you can still, as you can see, if you hover over this, it's BP third person character object reference. So I can get anything I need from this. So if I need to get the current health of the player, on overlap, let's say, just to show you how this works. Okay. Let's scoot this over for a second. If I just want to get this right here and I want to, on overlap, I want to set the current health of the player. This is just for testing purposes. Don't do all this. I'm just trying to show you, that this works the exact same way. But if we want to set the current health of our player here on overlap to say 100, we can do that. And just show you that it works the exact same way, just without the cast, better for memory. All right, so now we are, my controller got disconnected. Okay, and now we overlap and bam, there you go. Okay, so as you can see, everything worked correctly. All right, and the reason it didn't show is because we didn't update our HUD, but we're not doing all that right now. You get what I'm saying. Okay, so so now we don't need to cast. It's as simple as that. This blueprint interface done everything. All right, if we don't have that plugged in, if we don't have any actor plugged into this, you see, if we just were to just run directly into this, there's nothing going to happen. Okay, well, for some reason we must be still connected somewhere. Let me check here. It's our object here, other actor. Okay. Oh, we still have our interface plugged in here. Okay, so yeah, if we were to drag directly from here to here, and we were to try this, okay, now you'll see nothing. Nothing's gonna happen. Okay, I don't know why it's working. It should not be working. It's funny, you try to get things to work and they don't work. But when you try to get them not to work, they work. And I do not understand why in the world that is working. That should not work. Okay. Let's disconnect this. See what happens now. I'm blown away. This would never ever work. Okay. So Why is it working? Sorry guys, I've got to figure out why in the world this is happening. This is driving me crazy. That is very, very odd. On overlap, we're not setting anything up here. Okay. It may just be a bug, but for now, just know we're not casting. It shouldn't be working, but it's working. Okay, so object implement interface, we're just gonna plug everything back in. Okay, this is the right setup. Just trust me on this one. I have no idea why that is working. That is the craziest thing. We didn't even have a reference to anything overlapping that box, and it was still working. So that's crazy. It may have not saved. That's probably what it was. It probably wasn't saved. But anyway, just to make sure everything is still working now that we plugged it back up, let's plug it up here. And yeah, see, now it's completed now. All right, so now as far as everything else that we're casting to, we need to go and fix this. This is fixed here. We don't need this anymore. This quest is completed. All right, so Unreal has this really cool tool. If you go up here to tools here and you go to find in blueprints, all right, we can search for cast to BP third, and that will pull up where we've cast every single time. All right, so let's fix all this because we don't want to be casting on everything. All right, situation right here as far as updating our health and stuff like this, this is generally fine to cast here. So because it's our HUD, it's something that's always loaded. So we can leave that one alone because that reference is always available anyway. So we can leave that one alone. All right, but as far as our game, our Paul's game here, we don't need this. So let's go over here and on our event construct here, we don't need that every single time. We can just go ahead and delete these three right here. First, let's move them out of the way because it is being a little bit weird. And we can just pull off right here and wait a minute. No, we're in our pause menu here. We're just getting a reference here in our pause menu. So this cast is fine too. All right, we can leave that there. All right, let me make sure. Yes, we are fine here. Okay. And let me make sure. Yes, this is fine because we're only getting the reference when we open the pause menu. All right, so that one's fine. Okay. Okay, here we go. On our notifies here. Okay. So on this, no reason for us to cast right here, and we can just delete that. Well, not that one. Put that one back right there. We can delete this here, and then from the get owner, we can just call our player ref. And you may not think this is a big deal right now, but wait till you get in a game to where you're sitting there like where I'm at right now, where you already got about 50 quests in your game and everything starts running slow. And I started that game when I was not as experienced as I am now. And yeah, that was a huge mistake casting to everything because it severely slowed my game down. So I went down and had to do all of this over and over again to try to get things to work better. So now that you're learning this right now, it's a good thing. So same thing here. Let's delete this cast on our notify and let's call our BPI player. What was it called? Player ref. Make sure it's the message one. And let's plug this in here. And let's make sure we don't have any more. Okay, so we got that one. And we got this one. The pause menu's fine. It's getting the reference. That's fine. Okay, the game instance. All right, so right here, and I hate to do this, but we're going to have to do it because we had to make a lot of changes in the last one. But what we're going to do right here is the exact same thing. Let's just pull off here. And Actually, do I want to change that? Because we had this weird issue in that episode where it wasn't saving unless we cast it. We still need the reference at least once, which we could do that on begin play. We wouldn't have to do that every single time. But there's really no reason to do all that. We do need this one cast here though, so we'll leave it here. But let's on our load game here, let's go ahead and let's remove this one here, and let's call our interface function here. Let's see, player ref. And then we plug this in here, and then we should be able to use our third person character variable, compile, what in the world is going on? Okay, yeah, our variable here, and we should just be able to plug this in directly to here. Yes. And we'll know real quick. Okay, let's run over here, and let's save it. Let's quit. Yeah, for some reason in the game instance, it's going to make you cast. I don't know. So I guess we've covered everything so far. But in this, we're going to make some objects too. It's going to get really, really fun in the next couple episodes. We are going to actually create a Zelda-style shrine. For those who like Legend of Zelda and like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, the shrines in those games, we're going to create one like that, and we're going to use this game instance to be able to carry our data back and forth between that world and this world. So thanks for watching, guys. That's a blueprint interface. Pretty simple stuff. Can be a little bit confusing though, as you guys can see, but hey, you see the good, you see the bad, you see it all. So yep, if you got any questions, guys, feel free to reach out, and thanks. We'll see you next time.